Today I am talking about the multiple choice question of scientific study, and we are focused on variable. What is exactly variable and what are the multiple choice question related to variable? Okay, now let's have the question. Number 1, in how many types variables are divided? 2, 3, 4, 5. How many types? Just think about this. Now next, which of the following is not a type of variable? Physical quantity, dependent variable, independent variable, controlled variable. And which one of the following variable is manipulated in the experiment or research? Dependent, independent, controlled, and both the independent and dependent variable. Looking at all this, now you have to decide. Let's go through question number 1. In how many types variables are divided? It is divided into 3 types. Now what are these 3 types? It comes in question number 2. Which of the following is not a type of variable? Actually, physical quantity is not a type of variable. Dependent, independent, and control variable, these are 3 different types of variable. Okay. Now physical quantity is not a variable. Which of the following variable is manipulated in the experiment or research? Which one? Manipulated. Actually, independent variable is manipulated and its effect is seen in dependent variable. Okay, let's have other question also. Which of the following variable is a cause and which one is its effect, respectively? Cause and effect. The options are 4. Okay, let's think about this. Which of the following represents the correct number of independent and dependent variable respectively in a research? 1 and 1, 1 and 2, 2 and 1, 2 and 2. Which of the following argument is correct for an experiment or research? First, second, third, fourth. Okay, now let's go through 4. Which of the following variable is a cause and which one is its effect? Certainly, the variable which we manipulate or we change its value is the cause, that is independent variable. Here we have independent variable in B and D. One of them is correct. And which one is the effect? Its effect is seen in dependent variable, not on the control variable. That's why option number D is correct. Yes. Which of the following represents the correct number of independent and dependent variable respectively in a research? In any research, we'll take one of the variable as independent variable, we manipulate its value, we change its value, and its effect on another one is seen. That's why the second one is dependent, first one is independent. There is always one independent and its effect is seen in another one which is dependent. Both of them are present in 1 and 1. Okay, which of the following argument is correct for an experiment or research? Effect of independent variable is seen in dependent variable and control variable. No. Effect of independent variable is not seen in control variable. This is incorrect option. Effect of independent variable is seen in control variable. Control variable is stable. Its value never changes. That's why this option is also incorrect. Effect of control variable is seen in dependent variable. Control variable remains same. That's why this option is also incorrect. Effect of independent variable is seen in dependent variable. Yes, this option is correct. Okay, let's have another set. Which one of the following is dependent variable? When a catapult is used to throw a small piece of a stone. Catapult, distance covered by the stone, extension of rubber, or stone. Question number 8. Which one of the following is independent variable when a catapult is used to throw a small piece of stone? The same question, but question is answer is different because in one of them dependent variable is asked, in another independent variable is asked. Options are same. Now question number 9. Solubility of salt in water depends upon temperature. If it is experimented in laboratory, which one of the following represents controlled, dependent and independent variable respectively? And we have 4 different options. Now let's have question number 7. Which one of the following is dependent variable when catapult is used to throw a small piece of stone? Actually, extension of rubber can be increased or decreased. That's why this is independent. Here in question, dependent is in the question. That's why its effect is seen in the distance covered by the stone. That's why distance covered by the stone is dependent variable. We have to take this. But in second one, what is written? Which one of the following is independent in the same? Which one is independent? Extension of rubber is independent. It is in our control whether we extend it to 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, 5 centimeter or 10 centimeter. That's why this is the correct option. Okay, solubility of salt in water depends upon temperature certainly. If it is experimented in laboratory, which one of the following represents control, dependent and independent variable respectively? In this experiment, control variable is that one which is not changed. Actually, amount of water is taken constant. Usually 100 gram of water is taken and salt is added in it and will heat the solution. And when temperature increases due to the heating, then what happens? Solubility also increases. So which one is control? Control is amount of water. In first it is not there, second also not there. In C, amount of water, and in D, one of them is correct, isn't it? Now which one is control variable? Amount of water. Which one is dependent? Dependent variable is solubility, because we are changing temperature which is independent. That's why dependent, second one, here it is solubility. And independent variable, we are manipulating the temperature, increasing the temperature 20 to 30, 30 to 40. That's why control, dependent and independent variable are amount of water, solubility and temperature respectively. This is the correct answer. Now another one, in the scientific experiment, value of which variable is kept constant? Now these are the variable given. In an experiment, in which variable the effect of experiment is seen? These are the variables given. And force produces acceleration on the body, we know. If we have to establish the relation between force and acceleration, what type of variable will be the acceleration, mass and force respectively? These are the given options. Now let's go to question number 10. In the scientific experiment, value of which variable is kept constant? Certainly control variable. In an experiment, in which variable the effect of experiment is seen? Certainly dependent variable. And we are establishing the relation between force and acceleration. And for this mass should be constant. That's why mass is control variable. Here first acceleration is given and then mass is given. Acceleration, we are manipulating the force, we are increasing the value of force, and its effect on acceleration is seen. That's why acceleration is dependent. Where is dependent? Here it is. And mass is controlled. Here it is. And force is independent. Yes, option number 1 is correct. Now let's go to another set of question. In the experimental verification of Ohm's law, what type of variables are potential difference, current and resistance? The options are these. And another question, when cubite is placed on the table in different ways to study the difference of pressure exerted on the table, what will be the independent, dependent and controlled variable? There are three physical quantities, weight, area and pressure, and it is given in different ways. Now number 15, force produces acceleration on the body. If we have to establish the relation between mass and acceleration, not between force and acceleration, at this time relation between mass and acceleration is told, what type of variable will be the acceleration, mass and force respectively? We have given these options. Okay, let's go to 13. The experimental verification of Ohm's law. In this verification, what type of variables are potential difference, current and resistance? We actually increase the number of cells in this experiment. That increases potential difference. So potential difference is independent variable because we are manipulating its value. And independent variable is given in C and D. One of them is correct. And current, its effect on current is seen. That's why current is dependent variable now in C and D. In C, dependent variable here we have. And resistance, throughout the experiment, resistance is controlled variable because the same thickness of the resistor, and the resistor having same length, same thickness, same temperature is used throughout the experiment. That's why it is controlled variable. So potential difference, current and resistance are independent, dependent and controlled variable. Option number 3 is correct. C is correct. Okay. 14. When cubite is placed on the table in different ways. A cubite can be placed on the table by length and breadth wise, or breadth and thickness wise, or length and thickness wise. In this case, the area changes. I mean to say, the cubite exert pressure on the table, and the area from which the pressure is exerted is being changed. That's why area is independent variable. Here independent variable is told first. Area is independent variable. Where it is? Here it is. And dependent variable, because of this change of area, the pressure exerted on the table is being studied. That's why this pressure is dependent variable. So we have to see pressure here. Look at this, option number D seems to be correct. Area is independent and dependent pressure, and throughout the experiment weight of that cubite remains same. That's why this option number D is correct. Force produces acceleration on the body. If we have to establish the relation between mass and acceleration, if we are going to establish the relation between mass and acceleration, then we'll manipulate mass. Instead of 1 kg, we'll use 2 kg or 3 kg or 4 kg. It means mass is independent variable. But here, acceleration, mass and force is told. That's why this is independent variable. Its effect on acceleration is seen. Acceleration is dependent variable. So acceleration is given first here. So we have to go through dependent variable. Here it is in A and in C. One of them is correct. Acceleration, dependent variable. Mass, independent variable. Here it is written controlled. This is not correct. This is dependent variable, and independent variable is written here. Yes, till now this one seems to be correct. And the force, throughout the experiment we are using the same force. 1 Newton force is used in 1 kg mass, 2 kg mass, 3 kg mass, and acceleration produced on that mass is seen. So acceleration, mass and force are respectively what? Dependent variable, independent variable and controlled variable. So option number C is correct. Let's have another set. The variable which is manipulated to see its effect on the another variable is called which one? We have to select one of them. Now 17. The variable whose value depends upon another variable is called this. The same question seems to be repeating in different ways. Now the variable whose value is not changed and kept constant in an experiment is called what? Independent, dependent, controlled variable, or both the independent and dependent and independent variable. Now this set is related to the definition of independent, dependent and controlled variable. Now let's have the answer. Question number 16. Variable which is manipulated, whose value is changed, is independent variable. That's why number A is correct. And the 17. The variable whose value depends upon another variable is called what? Dependent variable. That's why B is correct. And for C, the variable whose value is not changed and kept constant, it means this is controlled variable. Okay, these are the questions, multiple choice questions related to the variable. Now I want to stop. We'll meet in some another class with another matter.